Did you ever go to a Diddy party?
Yes.
I just want to tell Jaguar, right? Be careful.
Who this case is going to touch and involve?
It was Tyler Perry who hosted them, which we also know has now been linked to the Diddy parties.
Rumor has it that Diddy recently spoke to his son, Christian Combs, in a way that may implicate Jay-Z in a new lawsuit involving allegations of misconduct with minors. While no official statements or verified details have surfaced, the speculation has fueled discussions about whether this could finally expose one of Hollywood's long-hidden secrets.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Yeah.
Did Jay reach out yet?
Nah, Bob. He ghosting.
What this motherfucker doing? These things sweet now, cause I'm in here.
It's all good. You about to get out on bail.
No. Hey, yo, check this out. Need you to reach out to the producer. Let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie.
Alright, Bob. It's fucking crazy right now.
Everybody out there quiet as a motherfucker, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
What about all these lawsuits though, Bob?
Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway.
On October 23rd, an alleged phone call between Sean Diddy Combs and his son Christian Combs was leaked on TikTok, sparking a wave of rumors connecting both Diddy and Jay-Z to the infamous 2016 Pizzagate controversy. This controversy claimed that high-ranking Democratic Party members were involved in a child trafficking ring, sending shockwaves through the political landscape at the time. Now, speculation suggests that two of Hollywood's biggest names, Diddy and Jay-Z, may have been involved as well.
And it's funny because this subject, because of things like Pizzagate, the subject became so taboo that no one wants to talk about it because it sounds preposterous, because Pizzagate was so preposterous. Right. Guy shows up and with a gun looking for kids that are tied up in the basement, and everybody's like, oh my God.
There's nobody here.
Everyone's wacky, these child sex trafficking fanatics that are interested in this and that are trying to stop this.
The idea that there are sexual predators in power, not just in Hollywood, I think in all across any place there's a boss with underlings in any corporation or any industry, you have a type of sexual politics that goes on that can slide in between appropriate ethics and decorum to inappropriate behavior to the point of harassment and sexual predatory behavior.
Well, I mean, I think people understand that, but the larger question is there a culture of complicity in Hollywood where women are afraid to speak up because they'll be blacklisted, men are afraid to speak up because either they're out of the same fear or they just think, well, this is the way the system works.
I think there are people that say, hey, this is how it works, pure and simple, and this is why I got into it, and this is why I have power. This is how it works, and you have to understand that. That does not carry the day. Complicity is also complicity. The people who know, well, look, this is how we do business, and that's what it's got to be done. I'm sorry it's like that. So beware. That's also present, without a doubt, but it does not carry the day.
It's important to mention that Diddy has had connections with high-ranking members of the Democratic Party, having reportedly invited former President Obama to his parties on multiple occasions.
And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
Since we applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
UK royal family, if any of them were ever involved in these alleged activities?
Allegedly, everyone has seen multiple pictures with Harry and Meghan. And considering their close ties to Oprah and Oprah's close ties to Ellen and Ellen's close ties to the Diddler and all of those parties that they attended, and considering that when they defected the royal, apartments, and they were forced to, step away from their birthright. It was Tyler Perry who hosted them, which we also know has now been linked to the Diddy parties.
The internet is buzzing with theories about what Diddy meant by recycling plastic and pizza boxes, despite all the speculation. One thing is clear: Diddy was using coded language during his conversation with his son, hinting at a larger story behind the scenes. After all, why did the FBI and Homeland Security raid Jay-Z's house when all the necessary evidence had already been recovered from Diddy's mansion?
How do you feel about the situation that Diddy in? Let's say this. Something else is going on. They didn't raid, they searched with a warrant his premises on the West Coast, right? They searched his premises on the East Coast in Florida, right? On the same property that the premises was located that they searched in Florida, he had a second mansion. They didn't touch that one. Why not? And when they walk out of there, they got a small trash bag and they have a medium-sized cardboard box. What was it they seized that would fit into those items? I have a sneaking suspicion from my background in criminal defense that what they seized was some evidence that was very incriminating to other people. Now, after they seized the evidence, they had no probable cause to arrest him on any crime. He hasn't been indicted. They talked to him at an airport before he got on a private jet to fly to an island that has no extradition agreement with the United States. Have you heard anybody trying to prosecute him? Not at all. So what did they do? See, the feds are interesting. Who served the search warrant? Homeland Security. Now, what the hell do they have to do with that? That's the FBI, man.
Rumors are circulating that the March 2024 raid on Diddy's Miami mansion wasn't just about him, but rather a calculated move to seize tapes that could implicate even more powerful figures. In a recent episode of The Joe Rogan Experience, comedian Andrew Schulz and Joe Rogan delved into these very conspiracies, speculating about how deep the lies might actually go.
I mean, everybody hung with Diddy. That's the other tricky thing. Like, Diddy hung out with everybody. And I've spoken to a bunch of people who are like, yo, great dude, like, always there for you, never asked for a single thing.
Till 1 in the morning.
And then freak off.
Everybody says, get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's like the gremlins start eating after midnight. Everybody tells the stories like, I saw I go upstairs and these dudes are fucking like right on the couch.
Yeah.
And then I go in this room and these guys are fucking, and it's like.
And pros. Like, apparently he was getting male gigolos to girls.
Fuck girls.
Yeah, that was one of the rumors, like the
Male
freak off. So he would
gigolos.
hire the professional chicks to have sex with the girls, and I think he would watch allegedly. That's what was alleged, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and that's the other thing. Like, I wonder, like, is that just a power thing?
It's a Caligula thing.
What does that mean?
Caligula, like the emperor. Did you ever see that movie, Caligula?
No.
It's about just Roman empires being completely out of control. Caligula is like almost like porn, and it was a movie made, I want to say, in the 70s. It's a crazy movie, but it's just detailing extreme excess where you can never fill the hole.
But what is the hole you need to fill? Like, I'm trying to find, like, what's the
just
catalyst?
chaos. What year was this? 79. Yeah. That's Malcolm McDowell, right? Yeah. Yeah, the dude from Clockwork Orange.
Oh, yeah.
It's a crazy movie, man. But it's still mild in comparison to what absolute power corrupts. Caligula.
Okay, so then there's the question. It's like, can you take a completely normal person, give them power, and then they become that? Or does it take a power-hungry person that has this void that needs to be filled, and then when they are given that power, you see the worst version of them?
Ask your CIA boy. I bet he's got the answers. I bet he knows the exact formula.
To corrupting somebody or to...
What happens? Like, what happens to these people?
These rumors remain completely unsubstantiated, though Courtney Burgess, a close friend of both Diddy and Jay-Z, has reportedly been handed some of the tapes Diddy allegedly recorded, along with Kim Porter's original diary. Additionally, Burgess has recently come forward and testified in front of a federal jury, adding fuel to the speculation surrounding these claims.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be.
me rephrase
right.
it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, but they was doing it.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
You made a lot of allegations, right? Are you expected to eventually turn those things over, or?
Well, that's what we're going to head over to do now. So we have a hearing now to determine what we're going to do in terms of what documents we'll have to turn over and what documents we not.
So why were you in court today?
Just to give testimony to the grand jury. He was subpoenaed by the court. So as we all know, if you don't answer a subpoena, the marshals will come to your house as they came to his house and they will bring you here. So that's why we're here today.
I know you can't mention celebrities per se. You did mention some in the interview. So just to clarify, you can back that up with actual factual footage.
We have, it's things that we have, but we got to go to the other courthouse. So I don't know if that's any more questions, but we got another hearing to go.
Are you nervous or do you feel cool?
God, I ain't never nervous. Only thing that's fair to me is God.
So I know you did mention what was on the flash drive before. Would you be able to kind of go over that now, or is that something that you can't discuss?
No, we're trying to just go to discuss that now. What we will be able to talk to in terms of what was available and what was on those flash drives.
Okay.
But it was the book, so.
So it is Kim Porter's book, but not necessarily some of the stuff with the celebs that were mentioned besides.
It's hers. Nobody touched it.
Oh, so it is her official book.
Yes. Nobody,
and no one touched
nobody altered it. No.
So it's not the copy that the gentleman said that he was selling before, no.
No.
It's 2 different copies. That one was edited and we have the original copy.
Allegedly, Jay-Z and Democratic presidential candidates are among those concerned about what the investigation into Diddy might uncover. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard and a direct witness to the events behind the scenes, has come forward to reveal hidden truths. He claims that nearly everyone you know is involved, and when the real names are disclosed, the public will be left in shock.
Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies, they not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught spilling a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched, and Brother Love was watching. So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing, it's gonna give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that. He may be one of the person who got caught up in the Diddy party.
LeBron said that, but yeah, you might be right. You know, it sounds like he had all them hidden cameras to use it against people.
I think that was said in the indictment, right? That was said in the indictment. You know, somebody, I think Dawn may have said that. I don't know for sure, and correct me if I'm wrong. He would, even if you didn't want to do something, he would tell the individual, well, I got you on tape doing it before. And the person would feel pressured in having to do something or come and do something at the party or be at the party because he already had him on tape right then and there. But what you think when you do it the second time? He's still gonna have you on tape.
As the legal proceedings progress, the spotlight on Diddy is raising not only questions about his actions but also about the behavior and silence of those around him. Were the people seen at Diddy's parties simply silent about what they witnessed, or were they complicit in the events? More importantly, why is no one speaking out now? Is it because they have nothing to say, or are they choosing to remain silent due to what Diddy might have on them?
There are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on. That's not to say that they were necessarily even involved in any of the things that are alleged by the U.S. Attorney's Office. But if you're at that party and it turns out that that's when he set up one of these freak-off sex parties, or that it was going on in another room and you didn't know about it, there's a good chance that you're going to be called by the U.S. Attorney's Office. And certainly if you're involved, you would get a call because they're going to want to know everything you want to know and may even want you to be a witness. I just think, you know, we're just starting to scratch the surface of what this case, this case is going to touch and involve. And the feds have said that this remains an open investigation. There could be more charges for Diddy. There could be more charges for other people involved. And usually the way this works is once they find out other people are involved or were witnesses, they bring them in and they sort of lean on them. And it's sort of like, you're going to cooperate with us, or there's a possibility that you could face charges. So this is going to be a slow developing a case here because we're just getting started. And I don't see how this trial begins anytime before next year.